What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox with a little bit of talk about what's at the top of the blog. So let's get to it. Alright, you guys, so I am at the orthodontist office. So I'm on location this morning in unfamiliar territory, and it's a whole bunch of people around that's parking and getting to work. I'm trying to do this before I go to work. First up, President Obama's farewell speech. Watched it yesterday, actually. I didn't get to see it live because I was running them damn kids around Atlanta. A full other story, but anyway, I watched it yesterday and I just get all choked up in the chest, y'all, because I just can't believe that my president is leaving. 8 years, I felt, has been a wonderful experience. Definitely not a perfect president, but one that I feel that I could be proud of. Him and his family, Michelle, Malia, Sasha, just the picture of essence and grace, and I am really sad to see them go. I believe that history will favor him for sure, not only because he was the first African-American president. I know some people say biracial. I still consider him our first black president, but because he has done some things in his 8-year tenure that he that definitely made a difference in American history. It's just sad to see him go. I don't know why I feel like I'm getting a little I'm just trying to keep it together. I just hate to see him go. And I think that a lot of people feel the exact same way as me. There was some talk about the fact that his daughter Sasha wasn't there. I was actually concerned as well. I was like, this is strange. And then it turned out that Sasha wasn't there because her school said, you ain't going no damn way. I don't give a fuck if your dad is the president and he has a speech to give. I'm sure they probably could have pulled strings to get her out of class if they really needed to. However, nobody wants to exert that type of power, bring more attention to themselves. Sasha probably wants to be looked at as just a regular student like everybody else in that school. She had a paper due, I believe, or exam the next day, assuming that the Obamas were going to be staying in Chicago sometime, at least for another day, and not necessarily getting back to Washington. Maybe had other obligations, whatever. They left her in Washington while they went to do the speech there, and that is fine. Would have liked to have seen her there, but still it was good to see the rest of the family there, represented fully. So yeah, guys, I'm just sad to see him go, but I'm happy that he's leaving because I don't really know what the direction of America is right now. I just don't want them to be involved in it anymore. People always say they want Michelle Obama to run for president, and she's already made it clear that she's not going to. But I wouldn't want her to ever do anything like that because they would run them through the mud. Okay, try to get something on them. Shit, might even frame them just so that they can get something on them because so far their reputation has been unblemished. So damn it, we ain't gonna let it happen again, So yeah, I'm just not even willing to take the chance. 8 years. We thank him very much for all of the service and dedication, poise and grace, like I said. But yeah, this is it, you guys. In another week or so, there will be no more First Lady Michelle Obama, no more President Barack Obama. They will be formers, and we'll usher in the new. Speaking of the new, let's talk about that. So you guys know that I don't like to give your president-elect Donald Trump too much shine on my channel, but we have to talk about him this week because he has put his foot in his mouth as usual. What is wrong with him, you guys? He is such an embarrassment to our country. I still can't believe that they have put him in office. And then every day that he is on the television is just one abomination after the other, you guys. We are in for 4 years of chaos. And he's not even in office yet. And it's already starting anyway, you guys. So yesterday, they were trying to, get voted in this Jefferson Sessions, who is an Alabama senator who has shown that he has racist tendencies, and he is trying to get a very powerful seat in our government. Donald Trump is trying to get him voted in. They had a session yesterday where people were able to speak in favor of Mr. Sessions or against Mr. Sessions. I am going to talk about those who spoke against Mr. Sessions. Cory Booker, who is a junior senator out of New Jersey, I believe it is. You guys look for him to really make himself known in these next 4 years. I believe that he has an agenda to climb and possibly become way more active in this whole political scene. And good for him, because he seems like he is a very smart, honest, and passionate man. Anyway, Mr. Booker spoke about, he just mentioned that Sessions was against the Voters' Rights Act, have voted against it. He takes a very strong stance against criminal reform, and like I said, he has just proven to be the exact opposite of any type of advancement of people of color. He said it was very imperative that we don't bring him in because, quote, he has a posture and a positioning that I think represents a real danger to our country, unquote. They also had John Lewis up there that testified against him and just talked about his experience with Sessions and how he felt that he would not be the person for the job. Hopefully Jefferson Sessions will not get this position. I mean, it is so scary when you think about what our government is going to look like. I cannot. Anyway, after weeks and weeks of Donald Trump saying that the intel was incorrect and that the Russians were not involved in the hacking of the emails during the presidential elections, he finally had to admit that it was true. I didn't know how long he was going to try to keep that charade going. I mean, it's a fucking circus, you guys. How are you a president and you don't trust the intel that comes in? Everything that somebody tells him, this is what I'm saying. They have elected an egomaniac into office. Someone who only believes their own fucking hype. Oh, I just get so frustrated with it. I don't even feel like I can express myself well when I talk about him. But he finally did admit that, yes, the Russians did hack the emails. And we're going to hear more and more talk about these Russians because Donald Trump has a lot of ties with the Russians. I know we've heard about the golden showers and him, working with the prostitutes and people feeling like, because people in high places in Russia have this information on him, that they will be able to manipulate him and blackmail him and get him to make certain things. The thought of it is scary to me, and I am so hoping that's not true, but I wouldn't put it past it. I wouldn't put it past him at all. I also did a little research and they said that, he does have quite a few ties to Russia. I'm just going to name a few for you guys. 2013, he made millions of dollars hosting a Miss Universe over in Moscow, I believe it was. They say back sometime around 2007, he did try to build a Trump Tower in Moscow, but the deal fell through. They say that he sold a Palm Beach mansion of his to a Russian billionaire by the name of Dmitry Rybolovlev for $95 million. They say back in 2008, Trump Jr. said that the Russians were pouring a lot of money into their businesses and that they expected that to continue. They say that his former campaign manager has ties to the Russian people as well as many of his advisors, his business advisors and things like that, you guys. So yes, I think we all know, which we already knew, that Donald Trump had ties with the Russians. That was a lot of the reason why he was so sketchy on not trying to give his information, his tax information, things that his businesses handle. He has promised that he is separating himself from his businesses, that he has a board that's going to be running them, all that. But you know what? Bullshit. It's just, it's so frustrating. And I just don't know what exactly is going to happen. They got Obamacare that they're about to repeal and replace. And I was actually just listening to Charlemagne on the radio, and he was talking about how, they are going to repeal and replace Obamacare with Obamacare, meaning that they are just going to change the name because they are in the process of trying to tear down President Barack Obama's legacy. And I believe that because right when he first got elected as president, he made it very clear that he was not going to get rid of Obamacare. They were going to keep many key pieces of Obamacare and they were just going to make some changes. Now it's wrapped around the whole rhetoric of repeal and replace. So, frustrating. That's all I can say. Is frustrating. Anyway, you guys, like I said, I'm not giving Donald Trump too much shine on my channel. I'm so fucking sick of him already, and he is not even your president yet.
Hello, this message is for Roxanne. This is Donald One calling. We have an appointment scheduled today with the orthodontist, but unfortunately, she's not going to be here today. If you would give us a call back, 770.
Are you serious? Now, I am sitting here at the orthodontist office, and somebody just called me while I was doing my little last segment, and now I realize that it's the dentist office telling me that the fucking orthodontist is not gonna be there, and that let me tell you something. I'm so fucking annoyed about that. Oh my god. Let me get through this video so I can take my ass to work, you guys. Moving right along. FettyWap. I'm telling you guys, such full of fucking niggatry. So evidently there is a sex tape that has leaked of old 1738 with his ex-girlfriend Alexis Sky. Now, I don't know none of these people. Okay, this shit is under my age limit of understanding. This is totally me just doing research and getting it out there for you guys. Okay, so he has this sex tape with his ex-girlfriend Alexis Sky. The tape was leaked the other day. I haven't seen it, but they said that the sex tape is just so-so, nothing to get excited about, but it's a sex tape nonetheless. Both of them are saying that just the two of them had access to this tape. FettyWap put out a cease and desist accusing her of leaking the tape, and so Alexis Sky turned around and did the exact same thing and accused him of leaking the tape. Okay, and I guess they're saying that if they hadn't directly leaked it, someone that was in their camp or around them was able to get to their computer and get the footage and leak the tape. Sex tapes are a dime a dozen now. Nobody really even cares about them anymore. I'm sure that that is devastating for a family to have to see your mom, your dad, grandparents, aunties, uncles, all of that kind of shit. But this, like everything else, will blow over. She has put out an apology to her family and said, you know, that she is definitely not behind this, and you know that they are going to get to the bottom of it. In the meantime, FettyWap has a new girlfriend, I guess by the name of Slevin Monroe, also known as Blue. Okay, and evidently she was on Instagram yesterday and she was blasting off at Alexis Sky and talking about her, you know, release the tape and letting some dude treat her some kind of way and how she shouldn't do this and that and the other. Child, it was a whole bunch of whatever. Of course, the way she was coming at Alexis Sky, I knew somebody was going to try to get something on her, because that is exactly how social media works. Shortly after that, there was you know, her own sex tape that was leaked. They're saying that she's a porn star and that she's, you know, doing that, and she said that she didn't leak that. It was a year ago with an ex-boyfriend of hers. She's not that same person, and she is not going to let this, you know, take her off her path. This is just one thing, and she's moving on with her life. Then, of course, we can't forget about FettyWap's baby mamas. The other ones have been quiet. This last one, though, Masika, okay, she got out, went on Twitter and said, bitches want to be Kim K so bad. She went on to say that as a woman, you should hustle on your own, okay? You shouldn't rely on a man to give you things. Whatever he gives you is just bonus. That if a man truly does love you and respect you, that he will help you, okay? And that he will teach you how to get this money on your own. Ironic, of course, coming from Masika. And she was dismissed immediately, like, you know, shut up, old bitch. You just mad because you got pregnant by him and he never had a relationship with you. That's what kind of what Alexis has said. So y'all, just another story in the saga of FettyWap and all his baby mamas and bitches that he got. Y'all, I can't. I don't know how long him and this Slevin Monroe girl have been together or going to be together, because I guess he was with this Alexis Sky girl for a long time. I think they said that they were engaged at one time or something like that. I might be wrong, child. I don't know. Okay, I'm just telling y'all what I think I heard while I was reading through the stories. But yeah, that's the 411 on Alexis and Fetty. Somebody give me a link to the damn sex tape. I heard that they took it down off the internet, but I know it's out there. Y'all let me know. Don't put it in the comments though. Actually, you can put the link on Instagram. I'll see it there. YouTube be tripping sometimes. I can't believe that I am at the orthodontist and she's not here. I'm so fucking frustrated because this don't make no fucking sense. Like, how do you guys call me the morning of my damn appointment and say I mean, I guess shit happens. It does happen. But this has happened a couple of times. I'm annoyed about it. But anyway. Waka. Okay, evidently Waka has been stalked by some crazy ass girl, okay, on Instagram. He had to go on Instagram himself with a video saying that he had just left the police, that he had to get a restraining order on this crazy ass bitch who is just trying to ruin his life, ruin his family's life, his marriage, all of that. Of course, when we saw the video, we were just like, whatever, Waka. Here you go again. One of your bitches done got out of pocket and now it's threatening your marriage. Your ass got caught. I was hoping that wasn't the case, because I was just like, that child, Tammy, done been through so much trying to defend her man and her marriage and her decision to stay in it. So I was just like, I really hope that he ain't got his ass out there, caught like that. But then it turns out this chick, I don't even know what her name is, you guys. I didn't get that too deep up in trying to figure out who she was, but evidently it's some chick over in Denver who is just crazy and who stalks people. I guess it gets set in her mind that she's going to fuck a certain person, give them a blowjob, suck the whole ding ding, and she just continuously sends these people messages and all of that, and even they block her and she still comes back and all that. And that was confirmed by Tammy, who posted the DMs that this girl had been sending to Waka, where she's just begging to suck his dick and, keeps on saying, stop blocking me, quit blocking me, I'm gonna come to you, why are you doing this and all that. I mean, just kind of, the effects of a crazy person. So in this instance, it looks like that Tammy and Waka are fine, that they are being harassed by this crazy person, and that Waka, has not gone back into his cheating ways. Y'all see the sun back there. That's the good Lord trying to bring it up this morning, y'all. But it looks like Waka is going to be let off the hook, and that he is not cheating in this case. Okay, as a matter of fact, he looked like this. He pretty shook from this girl. I mean, I guess it's nothing like having a crazy person stalk you. It's one thing about being a fan, but once you start crossing over into stalker territory, you just don't really know how motherfuckers gonna act. So that shit can be scary. So yeah, I guess we gonna stretch out the hands of prayer for Tammy and Waka. Child, they don't need no more strain on that fucking relationship. Hopefully this girl will get it out of her mind that she will not be fucking Waka anytime soon, and she'll leave the Waka Flocka Flame family alone. Alright, you guys, I have to try to move this camera around so that the sun don't be putting his glare on me. The Golden Globes, I know it happened on Sunday, and it's almost 4-5 days later. We're just gonna talk a little bit about what happened there. Black excellence in particular. How proud I was of all the black actors that were represented at the Golden Globes, and rightfully so. Many of those that were nominated I have seen on TV shows and in movies, and I felt that they all definitely deserved to be there. A definite congratulations to Tracy Ross, who I feel like she should have won something back in the Girlfriends days, because I mean, she did some grade A acting on that show. That show was really, really good while it was really, really good. So congratulations to Tracy Ross. These last few years have definitely been her year. Also congratulations to Viola Davis, who won for Fences. What about the Hidden Fences debacle, okay, and how everybody kept mistaking Hidden Figures with Fences. I'm sure it was an honest mistake. I didn't feel like, was anybody out there trying to, bring any type of dirt or slander on, a black movie or two black movies. However, I just need those at the Golden Globes to do better. It's Hidden Figures and it's Fences. Okay, but anyway, Viola Davis won for Fences, and you guys, I believe that Viola Davis is an awesome actress. I am just in awe of her every time she is on How to Get Away with Murder. The things that she is able to do to make us believe, you guys, is just unreal. So yeah, she deserved it. I was very, very happy for Atlanta. So unexpected. That was the only thing that actually made me scream out when I watched the show. Literally, when they said Atlanta, I could not believe it, because that show, even though it had critical acclaim, I don't know if many people watched the show, and it is an excellent, funny ass fucking show. Very much like how I say that Insecure reminds me so much of LA. Atlanta, the TV show, is very representative of Atlanta. It is exactly Atlanta. I don't know what else to say. Just the people in it, the way it is, the way he shot it. It truly is a good little picture into what happens out here in Atlanta. And I just thought the show was genius and very, very funny and very well acted. The actors on there we have seen sprinkled here and there, but I think that they did wonderful on the show. Of course, Donald Glover, who is the creator of the show, Childish Gambino, you guys know him also as that, but he is so so fucking smart and just so clever and just so funny in an awkward kind of, he don't really know why way. I was really, really proud of him. And then for him to win himself, I was just like, wow, this is a great night for him. He really deserved it, but I just didn't expect the Golden Globes to recognize him that way. Okay, so congratulations to him. Also, congratulations to Issa Rae, who didn't win for Insecure, but just the fact that in her first year on her first television show, she was nominated and going against all these seasoned actresses. I mean, very, something to be very proud of. And of course, she is a Cali girl, and she reminds me so much of my friends out there and just us Cali girls in general. So I was proud of her. I thought she looked beautiful. She might have been my best dressed out of all the black girls on the simulcast. The white dress, the way her hair was, her makeup, it wasn't overdone, but it was just beautiful. And white, you got to be careful with, because sometimes you start looking like a bride or something, y'all. God, the sun. So I thought she looked beautiful, and I just was so happy for her for just the fact that she was there. Viola Davis, I also thought looked very beautiful. I thought she did very well in her forward from Meryl Streep. Everybody is talking about the speech that Meryl Streep gave. I think Meryl Streep is just an awesome woman. She's just somebody that I would like to sit down and talk to. She just seems like she's cool. When Viola Davis gave the whole conversation about the greens and how you got to use ham hocks instead of smoked turkey, y'all, I was cracking up because I always tell all my friends that. I was like, the fuck is this smoked turkey? I mean, smoked turkey doesn't really have a taste. If you want your greens to be right, you guys, I know you new niggas don't eat pork, but if you want them to be right, it ain't right unless it's with ham hocks. I'm sorry. That's just what it is, okay? And the fact that Meryl Streep co-signs that, I'm a fan forever, you guys. I loved her speech. I expected her to get up there and do exactly that because she's very conscious and she always uses her opportunities to speak on what is going on. Okay, and the fact that you guys got this fuck-ass nigga president, Donald Trump, about to come into office who mocks disabled people and is just an all-around jerk, a general jackass. You guys, I'm getting off track. My worst dress of the night, I hate to even say it, but I have to say it because it bothered me so. Octavia Spencer's black suit made me so upset. I don't know who did that to her. The fact that you are at the Golden Globes, which is just one half a step under the Academy Awards, and all of the opulence and glamour of that award show, you come to the Golden Globes and you wear a black suit that looks like you're just going to work. I mean, it was no pizzazz to it. I didn't feel like her hair was, I was just very disappointed that somebody put her up on those red carpets looking like that. I know that she's a bigger girl, but we done seen plenty of big girls pull it off beautifully on the red carpet. I was so disappointed. I was just like, what is this that she has on? Because I was so disappointed. I hope she don't do that again at the Oscars, because this cannot happen 2 times. Other than that, what else, you guys? I thought everybody else, for the most part, looked very beautiful. I just love all of the looking at the red carpet and just looking at the dresses and the makeup. And y'all, what's going on with Drew Barrymore? Why does her hair look like that? Because she kind of talks out the side of her mouth like this, like the whole time when she talks. I was like, I mean, I know she's always kind of talked like that, but it's way more pronounced. I was like, man, she stroked it. Child, I was looking at Drew and I was like, girl, we is getting old. I mean, if Drew Barrymore is looking older, and I saw Sting and I was like, 65? Oh my God, if Sting is 65, I really am getting old, you guys. But that's it, you guys. I didn't write down much about the Golden Globes because, like I said, it was, a while ago. Jimmy Fallon, the host. I love Jimmy Fallon. I don't want to see him hosting again. I would rather it be Jimmy Kimmel. I think Jimmy Kimmel is way more clever when it comes to hosting. Plus, I got a little crush on Jimmy Kimmel, just a little bit, y'all. So I saw he was 6'3". I was like, ooh, not a tall white boy, child, please. Anyway, you guys tell me, what was your good and your bad and your ugly for the Golden Globes? Who was your best dress? Who was your worst dress? Y'all leave all that below. First up in quickies, boy, these gay folks, y'all been some mad motherfuckers these last couple of weeks. Boy, that Vivica got up there on the Breakfast Club and said that she don't want no gays at her Black Magic. It's like the male review the Black Male Stripper Review, the TV show that she has, the strip club or whatever it is, she said it's not for the gays. That is strictly for women. And that made sense to me as a woman. I don't give a fuck if you straight or gay, you know, but we as women, we all collectively getting together and watching these men dance, okay? And she did not want any men there. Well, honey, the gays was just like, how dare you tell us that we can't go to something else? So, of course, they got all upset with Vivica Fox. Even the producer, the director, I think his name is Jean-Claude Lemaire. No, it's not Mer, it's Mer. You know, you got to do the grr. Anyway, he pulled out of the project, said that he, you know, that's not what he represents. I guess he is part of the LGBTQRS TUV LMNOP community. So, you know, Vivica is getting some grief over that. She did apologize, said that she was not trying to make it even be about, you know, whether or not gays can come. She was just trying to make it be something special for women. I don't see a problem in that. But I'm telling you, boy, the gays be like, bitch, we going everywhere. We gonna do every fucking thing. We gonna say what the fuck we want. Y'all ain't gonna be keeping us from shit. So maybe I can keep my hand right here. I can't really just do my video like this. I mean, you guys can't really see me. My hand is just like anyway, I want the gay men to calm down. Okay, y'all watch the fucking TV show when it comes on TV and let the women have their moment with these male dancers. They say that Selena Gomez is dating The Weeknd. So what? Dylan Roof, by all expectations, got the death sentence for killing those up in Charleston, South Carolina. I am not surprised at all. I knew it was coming. There was no other way that you know, could end other in a death sentence. He does look crazy though, you guys. When I look at him, I can just, it ain't an act. But you know what? That's not going to excuse him this time. You done killed all these people. I'm strictly for an eye for an eye. Dylan has to go. So Dylan Roof will be dying by the hands of the state of South Carolina. And then lastly, Hidden Figures beat out Rogue One their first week in box office. They say that on Sunday there was a very large turnout at the movie theaters, even though it was only showing in 2,471 theaters, where Rogue One was showing in almost twice that. They came in at $22.8 million and Rogue One came in at $22 million. So they knocked Rogue One out of their first place spot. It's the fourth week that Rogue One has been out, and then Hidden Figures was the movie to knock them out of their spot. So good for them. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I've heard that it was really, really good, and I will be seeing it probably this weekend with Jada. If you guys have seen the movie, you guys, without any spoilers, please, you guys just let me know if you enjoyed the movie or not. But yeah, very good for Taraji, Octavia, and Janelle. Okay, are you guys going to see Hidden Figures if you haven't seen it yet? Let me know. Alright, you guys, let me get off of here and get my ass to work. I'm about to go in here and give them a little piece of my mind, and then no, I'm not. I am, because I'm here. Like, I guess I might as well make another appointment. So fucking... Anyway, you guys, we do this every single week. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you come back. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.